Hey guys, welcome back to GamerGenusTV. It is I, Ildros. I've got some more Starcraft 2 for you guys. I hope you guys are ready. Get excited, cause we gonna do it. I got another game for you from Archon. I just finished up a previous game of his, and it was stupid exciting. It was a super close ZvZ, and if you haven't seen it yet, go check it out right now. Pretty damn good. Got another one for you, a ZvP, and we're gonna jump right into it. We're gonna load it. There we go. Load her up. I'm pretty freaking pumped for this game too. He is a very good player, and I'm actually learning quite a bit from him. And as you can see in the top right corner, top left corner of Whirlwind, we have Revanweb as a red protoss, and in the bottom right we have the blue zerg, our hero Archon. So as you can see here, we've got pretty standard opening, getting some drones. It's pretty standard, making some drones and making some probes. We actually do have an early scout from Revanweb. Oh, excuse me. Not okay. It is an early scout, and that's just because this is a four-player. Well, it's not a four-player map technically, but it is not just a cross-spawn only map. So he could be in any one of the four corners, any one of the three other corners. And you do see that Revanweb is throwing down the pylon at the natural expansion ramp here. So clearly he's going for a 2-base, likely a Forge Fast Expand build. And Archon is still droning up. We should see which he likes to go. Oh wow, he had to cancel that. I wonder what that was. That always hurts a Zerg, having to cancel anything that's being made in eggs, because you lose that larva and it never comes back. You get some of the minerals back, but you lose the larva forever. So he is making a drone right now, and it is going to be used to scout. He does see this scouted probe coming in. Going to check out what's going on, and it is a pool first build into hatch. Not a scout. This one's the scout. Hello, scout. How are you? So he's going to go up there and he's going to see that Revanweb actually went Nexus first, which is a very economical play and very standard. He went Nexus into Forge so he could get a cannon up, I'm sure, very soon, likely right after the gateway. So this is actually probably the greediest. This is the greediest way of going Forge Fast Expand. And you see that Revanweb did take map control with the Zelnaga Tower. Oh, there's that drone. Hello, drone. He's going to sneak in and see everything. Going to know exactly that Revanweb went Nexus first. Going to see that Forge. So he's going to be cautious about possible cannons and any further expansions. He has to know that that cannon's going to come down at this natural, so he's not going to be able to do any kind of early ling pressure, at least not in any decent numbers. We do have the first two lings out on the field, though. He's going to take down this probe fairly quickly, easily, and take map control with it, or with them. And he's going to go ahead and take this third because it is Forge Fast Expand. And a very standard answer to Forge Fast Expand is to take an early third and just get that economic advantage going. And as Zerg, you typically want to try and stay on at least one base ahead of your opponent. That way you can use those units. You want to use them as cost efficiently as possible, but protoss units tend to be better than Zerg units, so you just have to make more of them. Make them more for the swarm. You just kind of swarm them up. So we see Archon is going the early third hatch, And we've got Revanweb getting his warp gate down, getting an extra gate before tech, which isn't too weird. He's going to be looking to do some kind of pressure, though. He is making a zealot, so with that extra gateway early, it's likely that he's going to be doing some kind of either zealot, stalker, mama ship, or mama core pressure, or possibly 3 zealot pressure, maybe 2 stalkers of a zealot, although I haven't seen that very much. Archon is holding map control, and he does have this link parked outside of his opponent's ramp just to kind of see when he moves out. And he is going to see that there is no super early third here. This is another possible third expansion, however. So, okay, so we've got a double Stargate tech opening for Revanweb. He's going to want to get out, oh wow, it looks like oracles. I don't really like this very much, honestly, against Zerg. I just don't think oracles do enough damage to be worthwhile against Zerg because the spore crawlers come up so easily and so fast. Plus you have queens, which are anti-air, and you're going to have a queen in almost every base. And as soon as Stargate is seen, you're going to have spore crawlers at every base, and oracles are just going to get shut down. So it looks like finally Revanweb does go, he did go that 3 zealot, and he moved out, took map control, although really he should be doing more than this. This isn't enough to justify getting an early extra gateway versus an earlier Stargate, if that's the tech he wanted to go. So I think he should be pushing out with these 3 zealots as well. Possibly hitting, you know, the natural with the 3 zealots for a distraction while taking out some drones at the 3rd with the Oracle, instead of just leaving them there. And if he really had to have map control, then he could leave 1 zealot at the watchtower and use the other 2 to go use as a distraction. So that Oracle is going to get a few kills because there's no queen, there is no spore crawler yet at the 3rd. However, because now he has seen the Oracle, yeah, down goes the spore crawlers. He's actually getting 3 of them. 1, 2, 3, okay. So 1 at each base. And that will effectively shut down Oracle play at this point. However, a second Oracle is coming out of the field. We can see 2 more being made. So he's really, oh wow, in double robo after this. So I don't really like this play at all. He invested a lot into this Oracle play, this double Stargate. And then he's going to follow it up with double robo. That's super gas intensive. He is mining off of 4 gases, but really I don't feel like that's enough. I think you need to be on 3 bases. I think you need 6 gases. If you're really going to make that switch into Immortal and Colossi out of the Stargate God, he's making another Oracle. 4 Oracles. Okay, so 4 Oracles might actually do okay, even with a Queen and a Spore Crawler. I guess we'll see. However, Archon does see this before it moves in, so he's ready for it. And he actually has a few Hydras on the field. They're going to do some damage to these Oracles, although the Oracles move too fast. They're going to get in. They're going to do some damage themselves, although there's 2 Queens at this base. They're going to do damage, and we got the Spore Crawlers in. Those Oracles are getting shut down so fast, and only 1 survives. And it's going to do some damage to these Lings, and then it's going to go down. That was an absolute waste by Revanweb. Those Oracles did not do anywhere near enough damage. They only got 4 workers. That was just so much gas, so many minerals put into 5 Oracles, plus the 2 Stargates used to make them, and now being abandoned for roboplay. And he is getting 2 Colossi. He's double pumping Colossi now off 2 base, which I don't agree with at all. I really feel like he needs to be on 3 bases now. He needs to get up kind of a gateway army in order to take those bases safely, since he did go down those 5 Oracles so early and just without much damage done. But we do see that he's getting plenty of Colossi out. He's going with the range upgrade, and he's getting +1 for his ground army. So those Colossi are going to do a lot of damage now, but I mean, all he saw was a few Hydras from Archon. I really don't feel like he's playing this very well. Archon could easily tech switch into Spire, but of course he doesn't realize yet that Revanweb is going into Colossi. It's just a very weird move. Throwing down 4 pylons. He must be floating a lot of minerals. He is floating quite a bit, but he is getting up that third finally, which makes it more efficient to be able to pump out all these Colossi to get that gas. And that's what he really needs right now. He's making Voidrays too. Okay, so he's going into Voidray Colossus. He should be getting Zealots on top of this. Okay, so he's getting a few of them. He's still got that watchtower, and Archon is still maintaining his overlords. Just to watch for some of these other bases. Just keep an eye on them. We've got his third fully saturated. He is getting that Roach Hydra army together. He could go into Vipers or Corruptors, excuse me, to counter these Colossi, but with so many out on the field, Revanweb has 4 right now, and producing another one with Void Rays. It could be ugly. The Void Rays are going to do a lot of damage to the Roaches, but they will be sniped very quickly by all these Hydra. The Colossus, however, are going to do massive damage to the Hydras, so this could go either way. It just depends on the engagement. Getting out plenty of more Roaches. Has that macro hatch down. Researching Burrow. Got all the upgrades for the Hydras. We are on, what? Researching 2-2 for the, Missile and Carapace. And we've got Revanweb just kind of trying to probe up a little bit right now, continuing his Colossi Void Ray production. Still on 5 Void Rays, getting 2 more right now. Alright, 5 Colossi, getting 2 more right now. He's got 2 Void Rays. Getting out no more yet. Is he done on 3 Void Rays? But we do have Archon moving out. He's practically maxed out his army, so he needs to get some damage done right here. And he's building his bank up so he can remax fairly quickly. He's going to move in. He's going to take these cannons out very easily. And these Zealots aren't going to do hardly any damage with the Roaches up front and these +1 or 1/1 Hydras in the back. These Void Rays are going to go down so fast. These Hydras do so much damage to air. They just do so much damage in general. But here comes the Colossi with the meat shield up front. Is it going to be good enough? The Roaches get in position and the Hydras get in the back. They're just going to go... Oh yeah, the Colossi just has to back off. They're not able to get to these Hydra very well. He's going to move in. He's going to snipe down this Nexus. It's going to go down. That third is down. Oh, Revanweb is in a very dangerous position now, although he does have plenty of Colossi out on the field. He did have that Nexus sniped down, so he's not going to be able to produce very well off of just 2 bases, and his main is practically mined out. However, Archon does have to move back. He can't deal with those Colossi. There's just too many of them. He doesn't have the proper units to do so. So he does get up another base. He's on 4 base now. With 1 macro hatch, he's ready to rock and roll. Remaxed already. Getting Swarm Host and Corruptors out. 11 Swarm Hosts about to pop. And we've got Corruptors coming out on the field to deal with those Colossi. And we're tagging up to Hive. Could we see maybe Vipers? That would be interesting. Got the Overseer coming back, being chased by the Void Rays. Revanweb is getting that 3rd Nexus back in, and he is producing so many Colossi. We have 8 on the field now, with 2 Void Rays, just a few Stalkers. And he is taking a 4th as well, getting very bold with this. He doesn't really have the army to hold off Archon if Archon is going up into anything that counters the Colossi, such as these Corruptors. He doesn't really have enough of them here, but the only thing that Revanweb has to deal with the Corruptors is 3 Stalkers and 2 Void Rays. 4 Void Rays, 5 Stalkers, excuse me. But that's, I mean, that's not even going to be enough. That's just not good enough. And we do have this drone going in. It looks like he's going to go take another base over here, and he is going to take complete economic advantage in this game. After sniping that third, he's just now getting it back up, just now getting it mined again. And he's just way behind. Revanweb, he's going to have a hard uphill battle to catch up back with Archon. He does have this 4th up, but it's not being mined yet. Finally getting some probes in there. Getting some more Stalkers out on the field. But I don't think that it's going to be enough to deal with the army of Archon here. He's got these swarm hosts. They're going to come in. They're going to start sniping down this Nexus. These locusts are going to have no problem with this. Completely unchallenged. The locusts are going to get hit by these Colossi. He should be moving them in. He's not moving them in. He's just kind of okay. I guess he doesn't mind if that Nexus goes down. Oh, and those probes are going down too. That hurts. So he does finally evacuate that base, but he's not moving in to engage at all. He's not even going to try and check out what's going on. I don't see an observer over here, so I'm not sure how he knows whether or not he can engage here. I guess because Colossi are so good against swarm hosts in these numbers, you would have to think that he'd be ready to engage. But of course, I'm sure he knows that he's behind after having that 3rd Nexus sniped. So he's just kind of waiting, sitting back, and just trying to get his numbers up right now so that he can hopefully deal with this. But not only is he behind in economy, he's about to be behind in upgrades as well. Of course, he is going for... He's trying to upgrade both his ground and his air, so that will put him behind. But these locusts are moving in. The Colossi are coming in, though. That's so much AoE, so much damage from the Colossi. The Roaches are having to come in from behind. The Hydras are backing them up, but there are just so many Colossi there. I don't believe this is going to be able to be held. He needs to unburrow and just kind of back off while he can. Oh, but there's nothing to do anything to these Corruptors now. These Corruptors are going to get so many kills on these Colossi, they can't do anything. He has to back off. But he's still going to lose them. There's 2 Void Rays coming out to hopefully deal with these Corruptors, but is it enough? Oh, he uses it just as Archon backs off. He uses his Skill Ray button, but Archon gets away quickly. And that's just burned for no reason at all now. So we have 5 Colossi, 7 Stalkers, and 2 Void Rays on the field to deal with 38 Roaches, 14 Corruptors, a pair of Swarm Hosts, and 1 Hydra. 71 drones, my goodness. Such a commanding lead. Such a commanding lead. This is just too much. Archon's looking to end the game in just a few minutes. It can't last much longer from here. He has the bank, he has the numbers, and he has the composition to end this. And I don't imagine he's going to wait around very long to do so. Revanweb just, he couldn't keep that 3rd up, so he couldn't keep his economy going well enough to produce what he wanted to produce. He went for a very, very gas-heavy build, and he tried to start it off on 2 bases. He got it that 3rd too late to begin with, and then it got sniped as well. So he just had no chance after that. That was beautiful. So all these Colossi, he has nothing to counter these Corruptors with. There weren't enough Void Rays. So these are going to go down. And down. And down. One more volley. One more volley. Oh, he found the Swarm Host though. And down go the Colossi. Although Archon did lose a lot of his units there. He lost all of those Roaches. But that's okay, because the man has almost 10k in the bank. He is going to be able to just remax so fast. There goes 65 units already back producing to come on the field. 26 Hydras. With adrenal glands and melee +1 coming up. Carapace is about to finish for Flyers. Oh, the Broodlords are coming. Those Corruptors being morphed into Broodlords right now. They have just hit the field. And there's just not very much at all that Revanweb can do about this. He has a lot of cannons out here, but I mean, static defense isn't what he needs right now. He needs something to counter these Broodlords. And oh, the Hydra. He needed that Colossi Voidray composition, but he's just lost so many Colossi. He lost so much time mining when that third went down, and he just doesn't have the gas production to keep this up. We're at 200 supply to 84. This game is practically over at this point, just waiting for Archon to move in and decide to end it. And he looks like he's just waiting on those few roaches to come in. Is it over yet? Is it over now? Pretty much as soon as he moves in, this game is done. Okay, he's moving in now with these Roach and Hydras leading the way. An Overseer over the top to spot the Widow Mines because they're so OP that even protoss have them. They don't actually, but still. Oh wow, he doesn't even need the Broodlords. Archon's sitting on about double the supply of Revanweb. This game was over long ago. And I mean, he can just continue to remax his army all day long. And the Zealot Archon composition just isn't going to cut it in these numbers. And although Protoss units are extremely powerful, they cannot handle the Swarm. Just can't handle the Swarm. 6 Archons is pretty beefy. A couple of carriers, but as soon as he sees Archon's army, he realizes this game just is completely over. There's nothing he can do, and types out the GG. Or did he even GG? No, he didn't. He rage quits. Rage quit out of the game. Couldn't take any more, and I don't blame him. He was murdered. So, awesome game. Thank you, Archon, again. And keep sending them to me, man. You play really good games. Both of the ones that you sent me were extremely exciting. I need more. Give me more. And you guys that are watching, if you have replays that you want cast to, send them over to GamerGenus at GamerGenusTV at gmail.com. Follow me on Twitter and other stuff, and I don't know. Just watch. Hit that subscribe button. That's what you need to do. Hit the subscribe button. Wait for more stuff to come out. There's going to be plenty more coming. And I thank you all. Have a good night.